Team Rhynomite with another deck profile on Living Cancer of Vanguard Machinings. Starter Little B, I just run him for the name, and he kind of combos with Stag Beetle, which is the best grade 3 of the deck. Like, nothing compares to Stag Beetle. Stag Beetle's ability, when he's placed on Vanguard Circle, choose 2 machinings from your soul and call him out as rest, and he gains power. But Stag Beetle's so good, he helps you set up. So you could ride Stag Beetle, and then you could stride.
Sets up for
And
this
I
guy.
think we all know what Stag Beetle sets up for. He's necessary in every machining deck. Backup grade 3. 4, Machining Scorpion Mach 2. He's an act Stag Beetle. And Legion. I only use him really just for the Legion when I like thin out my deck really thin. Or like when I'm just long gaming and I have little to no deck. I ride him, Legion all the crits, and just try to push for endgame. His ability, Counterblast 1 when he's in Legion, pitch a copy of something in the Vanguard Circle. Call 3 units out from Soul as rest. Yeah, it's up to 3 units from the Soul as rest, and he gains power for each one called, just like Stag Beetle. But he's act and not on ride, so
slows it down.
Slows down, and I just really don't like it just because of that. For grade 2s, 3 Machining Papillo. Placed on Rearguard Circle if you have a Mega Colony Vanguard, and there's a machining in the Soul. Oh, hello.
Machining in the Soul.
Yeah, I just need to have a Mega Colony Vanguard. Choose one of your opponent's rearguards and stun it. Basically, it can't stand. Really good. Call it out from the Soul with Stag Beetle. It stays as rest, but it's an 8k. You really don't want to attack with 8ks.
And a free stun.
Free stun, too.
Next. And we do like free 99.
4, Machining Mosquito Mach 2. He's OP. If all your opponent's rearguards are at rest, and he's a 11k attacker. If you have a Machining Vanguard, but everything in here is machining basically. And when he hits the opponent's Vanguard, I get to stand one of my units and stun one of theirs. So they'll just go super minus. And this card really, I never really get his ability off just because my opponent's just like throwing out 10ks just to guard him.
They know what he does.
4 red soldiers, 12k attackers if you have a Machining Vanguard. Really good. You could just grade 2 game forever with him.
All builds columns with that one guy.
And him. It's just amazing. And 12k attacker, just really good because you combo him with Machining Caucus, grade 1. When he boosts an attack and it hits the Vanguard, choose one of your opponent's rearguards and stun it. So a 6k under a 12k is 18. So you just don't lose with 12ks.
Math.
Or 6k under 11k, that's 17 column. It's still a 10k guard for an 11k Vanguard. 4 Rebel Mean Star Shields. The new PG they got in GBTO 3 or GBTO
4.
GBTO 4, yeah. Double rare unflipper. That's all I really need them for because the machining Sentinel was Quinta. It was horrible.
And why wouldn't you run Paralyzed Madonna instead of this guy?
Well, see, the only reason why people run Paralyzed Madonna is just to block rear guards. But in this deck, you can eat Counterblast. Like, if you long game, you'll just run through all your Counterblasts. And so, I like the unflips.
No.
If I ride them, though, I'm kind of screwed, though.
Yeah.
But same thing with Paralyzed, so...
At least you get the counter charge.
Yeah. 4, Machining Black Soldier. He's good. He's just a 10k attacker if I have a Machining Vanguard. So I just push with him and then put a Machining Caucus under him. 16k column.
That's numbers.
10k out. Then 2 Stride Fodder.
Why 2?
Why 2? Because when I would play like 3, I would just keep drawing into him and then I would like have to ride him. And if you misride in this deck, you're grade 1 and you don't ride a Machining, you're pretty much boned. Like, your stag play, like, you can't get them out of your soul. They're just there forever. And so you only be calling out 1 with stag, and it's just really sad.
So try not to ride them.
2 only, yeah. He's just there for striding. Trigger lineup. 6 crit. I've never really used his ability, but it's when he's placed on rearguard circle. Counterblast 1, stand one of my units, stun one of my opponents. never really use it. And 6 draw.
4 which are machining.
4 of are machining. These 2 aren't. You got to remember that because some of these cards need a special counterblast, so you can't be flipping him over. So he's like your main bait to heal out or heal out. Yeah.
So that's why you don't mix.
You just can't mix machinings like easily. 4 machining heal. It's heal triggers.
Wait, you want to play 16 crit deck, bro?
Grade 4s. The best stride in the game, like arguably. Arguably, machining destroyer. He's so OP. Act ability. Counterblast 1. If you stride on top of a machining, you can stun one of your opponent's rear guards. But then if you have 4 machining rear guards, stun their vanguard on top of that.
For counterblast 1.
For counterblast 1. And you don't have to like drive check into anything, they don't have to like block it. It's just you do it before you attack. So if they're just striding with their grade 3s, they're just setting themselves up for like no drive checks at all.
And it can be first turn stride.
Yeah, it's first turn too, so it's even better. Best thing about him too is if the opponent's vanguard is stunned and they try striding on top of it, they stride as rest. Or if they legion as rest. They have to re-ride just to get around him. Next I got 3 Force Spears, instant wind beetle. On hit, counterblast 2, flip a copy of him, and your opponent's vanguard is stunned, and on top of that they can't re-ride. So the only downfall to stunning the vanguard is now solved with him, but the thing is he's on hit, so I just kind of use him to flesh out PGs. Like if they don't PG it, they basically lose because they don't get twin drive and they can't do anything about it. So it's only like 10k rear guard, 10k other rear guard, my turn, draw. Then last card, tech option really, Poison Spear. If your opponent has rest all your opponent's rear guards, then if they have 3 or more rested units, the vanguard counts too. You could draw a card and he gains 5k. I just use them to +1, or like if they have nothing to stun, or if I know they have a PG in hand. That's been a machining deck profile. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace out.